Hey YouTube, Anime Magica here with my fun build Synchro deck. Originally started out as a Yusei character deck, but halfway through I decided to just scrap that idea and just had a bit of play about with it. Took out quite a lot of the cards that made it a Yusei deck and just added in a few of my own, which I thought was um, a lot more fun to use. Basically, that's what this deck is for, just for fun, and the whole theme of it resolves around just summoning as much of the extra deck as possible in as fast as possible as well. Um, Quite a few synchro monsters in here. This is actually there's only one spot left in this extra deck, which I'm still trying to figure out what to put in there. But I'll let you have a look at it. You can probably advise me on what synchro monsters I should take out or which one I should just put in. But like I say, it's just for fun. I haven't really ran it in tournaments that much. It has ran a couple of times though, and it did run pretty well. So I'll get on straight on with it. Tuners first. I've got one Junk Synchron, a Turbo Synchron, a Road Synchron, a Quick Draw Synchron, a Bryce Synchron, and an Unknown Synchron. So that's pretty much the Synchrons of them. I've only got one copy of each of them in the deck. For simple purposes of it's just for fast synchroing. It doesn't really have to have a theme to it. Next up, I've got a Debris Dragon, a Delta Flyer, and a Magna Drago. So yeah, there's my Dragon tuners. A Dark Resonator, a Flare Resonator, and an Attack Gainer. I've got 3 level 1 tuners just so I can get Formula Synchron out. Level 3s to get out my level 8 synchro monsters a lot faster, like Stardust Dragon, Red Dragon Archfiend, Colossal Fighter. You know the works with them. And Flare Resonators is just for the attack point boost. Synchro Material monsters. Basically, I've got a Whitehorn Dragon. Basically, he has 2200 attack, 1400 defense, level 6, dark type. When he's normal summoned or special summoned, I can select up to 5 spell cards from my opponent's graveyard and remove them from play. And this guy gains 300 attack points for each one removed. So it's pretty handy if I'm only able to synchro, because this is just practically the next best thing. 2 Mecha Bunnies. I thought it would be good to run 3, but 2 seems more efficient considering just if you draw it, it can be a dead draw sometimes, but 2's reasonably okay. Basically, you set this face down. When it's flipped face up, I select the face up monster on the field, and the controller of that takes 500 points of damage. And also, when it's destroyed by battle, I can special summon another one from my deck in face down defense position, so I can start the chain up again. Speed Warrior and Dash Warrior. Basically, I couldn't decide on which one to pick, so I basically just put the 2 of them in here. Dash Warrior obviously just gains 1200 attack points when he attacks. He's a level 3, 600 attack point monster already. But his effect can be used every battle phase. Speed Warriors can only be used once, which is his attack points get doubled on the turn he's summoned. Bicular and Unicycular. I would run Tricular, but I just don't have it. That's pretty much the simplest reason. So yeah. I've only got the 1 Quillbolt in here because I find that sometimes it can be hard getting it to the graveyard. So I usually use it with Monster Reincarnation, cards that send cards to the graveyard like Divine Wrath, or just setting it face down and having it destroyed. Or if I'm wanting to summon it out quick, I usually use something like Road Warrior and stuff like that. A Charcoal Apache, level 1, good defender. 2100 defense, 100 attack, so basically works as a block. Penguin Soldier for bounce. Basically set this guy face down. When he's flipped face up, I can return up to 2 monsters on the field to the owner's hands. I put a Fortress Warrior in here just for the fact that I can summon him. I can take no damage from him. I can take no battle damage from him. Sorry. and he can't be destroyed once when it comes to battles. So basically, I can summon him, have him attack, he won't be destroyed, and I won't take any damage from him. If I want to, say, reveal a face down defense position monster that may have a high defense, or if I just want him to have say if I have Red Dragon Archfiend up on the field and I want to keep this guy out, I can just have him attack and I won't take any damage with it. An Exiled Force, just so I can sack it and take down an opponent's monster. A Marauding Captain, just so I can summon this and then special summon another monster, preferably a tuner, so I can just quickly synchro. Applicator Quill, if that's how you say it. Basically, I only put this guy in for his ability when he's summoned, or when he's face up on the field, sorry. And you have a face up tuner, he becomes a level 5 monster, so say you have a Turbo Synchron, this guy becomes level 5 Synchro for Turbo Warrior. If you have a Junk Synchron, this becomes a level 5 Synchro summon for either Junk Destroyer or another level 8 monster. And so on and so forth. You get the picture with that one. A Gaia Stone Omega, just remove 2 Earth-type monsters, preferably my Mech Bunnies when I'm using them. Get a special summon this guy in, well, I preferably summon in face-up defense position, because he's got 2,300 defense and 1,000 attack. Level 5, easy to synchro with a level 3 monster, level 2 or a level 1. Also, if he's removed from the field by card effect, all my opponent's spell and trap cards go to the graveyard. A Synchron Explorer, just to get one of my fallen Synchrons. Quick Draw, Brise, Junk, those ones preferably. Just so I can quickly synchro free the Junk Warrior, Black Rose Dragon, or another level 6 like Gaia. A Swift Scarecrow, just as a damage evader. If I've got no face-up monsters, I can just send this guy to the graveyard when my opponent declares an attack and end the battle phase. Mystic Tomato, just so when it's destroyed I can fish out a Junk Synchron, a Dark Resonator, or a Doppel Warrior if I need to. Rescue Warrior, just so basically I take no battle damage with him, similar to the Fortress Warrior. Plus, when this guy's destroyed, I can get and take control of a monster that may be controlled on my side of the field, so on my opponent's side. So, say if he snags one of my monsters with, say, Mark of the Rose or with the Machine Emperors, like Granel, and he special summons it, I'll be able to get it back with this. I have ran up against a Machine Emperor deck and pretty much got my arse handed to us, so it was quite handy to have that Rescue Warrior now put in. And finally, Doppel Warrior from our Synchro Material monsters. Level 2, when a monster special summon from my graveyard to my side of the field, I can special summon this guy. And then when he's using Synchro Material, I get 2 level 1 Doppel tokens, so that's pretty handy. Spells, there aren't that many in this deck. I've got a Monster Reincarnation just to get cards back to the hand. A Warrior Returning Alive, similar effect, in that it only targets warriors, and there are quite a few in this deck. A Smashing Ground, just so I can basically target an opponent's monster with the highest defense and destroy it. Desynchro, which works on my Synchro monsters and my opponents, so it's pretty handy. If, say, I want to get rid of one of their Synchro monsters, they just go straight back to the extra deck. If it's one of theirs, it goes straight back to the extra deck, and no monsters are special summoned, considering they have to be in my graveyard. But if it's one of mine that I'm trying to special summon back all the material monsters, I usually use this with Formula Synchron, so I can draw an additional card, or other monsters, just in case I want to, say, split them apart and resync with them for something better. And a Twister, just so I can pay 500 life points, destroy a face-up spell or trap card. Traps, I've got 1 Starlight Road, just to get Stardust out a bit quicker and also to protect cards on my field. A Spellbinding Circle, just for opponent's monster trapping. A Skill Successor, which works double ways. Basically, activate it and one of my monsters gains 400 attack points, and then during my turn, I can remove it from play and it gains an additional 800. Scrap Iron Scarecrow, pretty much any deck will have a Scrap Iron now, but this is the only copy I have, so I've gone straight to my Synchro deck. A power frame, just to negate an attack declared against a face-up monster. And then it becomes an equip card. It equips to the monster that was being attacked, and that monster's attack points then erased to equal that of the attacking monster. So say he attacks with Dark Magician and I've got only a Turbo Synchron face up on the field. I can activate this and Turbo Synchron's attack points will go to 2,500 and the Dark Magician's attack will be negated. A Magic Jammer, just to stop my opponent's spell cards. A Divine Wrath, just in case he tries to pull an effect monster ability on me. Is quite handy in some cases, and it also allows me to just discard one card from my hand, so Quillbolt, anything I want to special summon back from the graveyard later. A Sakuretsu Armor, just basically hit my opponent attacks, this will allow me to destroy it. Synchro Material, just so I can snag an opponent's monster for my Synchro summons. A Call the Haunted, just to bring back a monster. A Miniaturize, which works two ways. I use the 1,000 point drop on my opponent, and usually I use the level down or level modulation effect of this on myself. So basically it can work either way. Dust Tornado, just to blow away an opponent's spell or trap and then set another one if I've got one handy. Seven Tools of the Bandit just allows me to, well, I drop 1,000 points and I can destroy a trap card or negate its activation and then destroy it. And finally, I've just got a Threatening Row in there for battle dodging. So that's pretty much the deck itself. Synchro monsters, I'll go in reverse order really. I've got a Formula Synchron, Exhibitor Wayne, which is pretty handy. So I Synchro summon this guy, then special summon a level 4 lower warrior type monster from my hand. Can be good if I've got a spare junk Synchron in my hand when I Synchro summon it, so it's pretty good. A Gaia, just to level 6. A Colossal Fighter. A Junk Warrior. A Junk Destroyer. A Road Warrior. Turbo Warrior. Nitro Warrior. I know I haven't got the Synchron for this, but Quick Draw pretty much covers all the bases for these. Black Rose Dragon. Stardust Dragon. Red Dragon Archfiend. Shooting Star Dragon. And Red Nova Dragon. Now for these two, some people have said for me to take them out. Originally I ran the Majestics in this deck, but I took them out so I can keep these guys in. Some people say it's a bit stupid, considering with the deck the way it's built, there is no possible way you'd have two tuners face up on the field in order for this, or for having Formula Synchron. When I've ran tests on this deck, there have been quite a few occasions in which I've had Turbo Synchron in the graveyard, Red Dragon Archfiend face up on the field, summon Junk Synchron, and there's my Red Nova Dragon. Or in other cases, I've had, say, Debris Dragon, a Turbo Synchron in my graveyard, as well as a Quillbot in my graveyard. And I've had Debris Dragon and Doppel Warrior in my hand. So in some occasions you are able to summon this and this. So they're in there just for those kind of situations. Or if I'm able to just stall and get them out in time. So that's pretty much my extra deck. It's my deck itself. As I say, it was just quite a fun build. Originally started out as a character deck, but then just became that. So yeah, you can tell me what you think, although I'll probably see quite a few negative comments in this one. On what this really isn't a competitive deck, so I'm not expecting it to be ran like that, or any comments that would be based off of that. But for fun, it is quite a good deck to have, in my opinion, that is. But so yeah, the next deck I'm going to be trying to go over is a deck that I was advised to build at a local hobby shop, which was based off of the machines, well, basically had a few machine monsters, so it'd be based around that, like the Cyber Dragons, the Machiners, and the Ancient Gears. So until then, bye.